Summer, summer, summertime. You know that song. Summertime is prime time for barbecues, reunions, trips to grandma's house. But did you know it's also prime time for moving? Even after unpacking all those boxes, you're not done. Our next guest says that's actually just the beginning. Here with more on how to better protect yourself and save money is Shannon Bowes from Allstate. Thank you for joining us, Shannon.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you say there are things homeowners should consider even before buying a new home, so let's start there.
Absolutely. So there are a handful of things that people should be considering before they buy a home. Obviously, proximity, if you've got kids, proximity to school, type of neighborhood, the type of construction of the house. We highly recommend that before you make a decision on a house and proceed, that you engage with a qualified home inspector to make sure that you're getting a thorough inspection of the home so that you do know what you're getting when you buy.
That's right, because rarely is a property truly turnkey. A lot of people make improvements to their new home, but I understand oftentimes we forget to update our insurance policies.
Yes, and you know, people are very excited about making home improvements, as they should be, and insurance may be the last thing on their mind. But when people are making significant changes with their home, you know, you've got kitchens and bath updates. Those are kind of the big updates that people think about. But also electrical updates, plumbing updates, updating, you know, repairing, replacing roofs. All of those are changes that people make to their homes that warrant a discussion with an insurance agent to be sure that you're keeping your policy updated with your changing needs.
And of course, those big improvements, even seemingly little ones, sometimes can affect your insurance policy, which is something we forget about until, unfortunately, it's too late. But it's great to have all those folks at Allstate there that can help you save money, walk us through the process, help us protect our homes. So what should we be looking for when we talk to our agent?
You should, as much as possible, spend some time with your insurance agent. He or she is probably, I would expect, very happy to sit and walk you through what's covered in your policy, what's not covered, what coverage limits you've purchased, deductibles, that kind of stuff. He or she can also walk you through some of the things that you can do to save money on your insurance policy.
And help you breathe easier as well. Is there anything else you can tell us?
One of the things we'd like people to remember when they get into their new home, our Allstate survey found that only 17% of people moving into their new home actually take the time to change the locks. That's so important to be doing. And then also take a little bit of time, make sure that any smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors are in good working order. And you may want to consider throwing a couple of fresh batteries in there just in case.
I am definitely guilty of that. And last night I learned it the hard way. I burned my dinner, the smoke alarm was dead, never went off. So thank you for that. It's just one of the things we forget when we're moving. So is there a website we can go to learn more?
Absolutely. Allstate.com/moving center. There's a whole host of tips, checklists, and even some special offers that consumers can take advantage of both during the moving process and once they've gotten settled into their new home.
Shannon, thank you so much for the tips. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, so if you are already a homeowner, or you can find out information on our website, fox4morningblend.com. All right, homeowners, renters, everybody, if you're living in a house, listen up. These are some tips for a successful and pain-free insurance claim, because you never know when disaster could strike. These are things we need to be familiar with, especially since our state is in hurricane season half the year. So first, keep the name and number of your insurance company or agent in a safe place. Let's face it, the last thing you want to do is search around for that important information like that. Second, it's important to know what valuables you have. You'll need a detailed inventory of what you own. That includes jewelry, computer, art, and collectibles. Up next, take pics. You'll want to get all the information that you can. I'm talking about serial numbers, model numbers. Those are all important things to have. Fourth, use a fireproof safe. You can put virtual records in there along with your pictures for added security. Make copies, and you can send them to a relative or even put them in a safe deposit box. It needs to be in a place that you can get to even if you're unable to get back into your home. And lastly, know your policy. You should really know things like what your policy covers and what your deductible is and any limits that may apply. Hopefully you never have to use it, but if you do, then at least you have peace of mind. All right, you've proofread your resume a dozen times, carefully crafted a thoughtful cover letter, but there's one crucial part of your job search that you might be overlooking. We'll fill you in after these headlines from the Fox 4 Newsroom.